Indeed, Blackrock, the world's biggest asset manager, is reportedly close to filing an application for a Bitcoin ETF and would use Coinbase custody for that.
Is this the end of crypto in America?
Hope so, don't think so. But
you hope so?
Yes.
Why?
Well, you know, this is an investment network, and people might say, hey, it could go up, it could go down. The question is it good for America? And the answer is no if you listen to the promoters. They say they're there trying to create a financial system that's impervious to the federal government, so that it's available for sanctions evaders, so that the U.S. no longer has this major role in international affairs. And the definition of cryptocurrency, what does it mean? Hidden money. Who needs hidden money? Tax evaders, sanctions evaders.
Let me just try to paraphrase their defense, which might be, hey, we're actually trying to keep costs down for the average American, that the current financial system, it charges, you know, look at the payment networks and the interchange fees they charge just for access to it. Look at the banks, which basically charge you for checking or have all sorts of hidden ways of doing that. You know, whether it's superior or not, their argument goes beyond just disintermediating America from the global financial system.
They've been around for a while. At one point, they were $3 trillion, and they didn't make it easier or cheaper to buy a sandwich at Subway. You go to Subway, you can use a debit card, you can use a credit card. If you've got crypto, what do? You have to change it into money, then transfer it to your debit card, and then buy a sandwich. It is not a payment system. It is not a currency. It is an attempt to make trillions of dollars by creating a currency.
Does it need to be regulated out of existence, or do you think that the market will take care of what you would like to see, which is it to be gone?
Well, it has attracted so many charlatans, and it certainly needs regulation. Sam Bankman-Fried isn't the only one. Ultimately, I think crypto will fade because of crypto. There is no logical reason why Bitcoin is more valuable than Hamster Coin. And if Hamster Coin is there, what about Cobra Coin? And then a year ago I said, well, there's no Mongoose Coin. Maybe there should be a Mongoose Coin. And they created one, and for a while it was worth millions of dollars.
Should we just read this as Congressman Sherman is a little, you know, on the cautious side of innovation? Because on AI, I hear some similar concerns, you know, as opposed to maybe full-throated excitement about what that might bring.
Well, I'm certainly in favor of innovation, but not every innovation. I mean, the Cayman Islands has innovated a financial system designed for nefarious purposes. We don't need to catch up. Peru's well ahead of us in cocaine cultivation. We don't need to catch up.
So welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And you know I come back with that video just to make you think.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Blackrock filing for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And we have Coinbase is going to do the custody. And we have Congress Sherman yesterday playing the Hegelian dialectic. Crypto needs to go away. Remember, guys, crypto doesn't mean hidden money. It means hidden message, hidden meaning. And the hidden message is this is for the robots, algorithms, and drones. That's the secret. And by the time humanity wakes up, the machines will be here. And Congressman Sherman says crypto went up to $3 trillion. And guys, we know why. The Fed was pumping it like it pumped the stock market, the same way as doing these 10 AI stocks. And speaking of the robots, algorithms, and drones, we have Uber Eats turns to the robots. And guys, they're using those NVIDIA chips, all that AI. And we have Andrew asking the question. He knows that humanity is about to be out of work. It's cheaper than a car and you don't have to worry about paying anybody. And they're starting off at 300 locations. And guys, we know this is going to be globally. And you know the Crypto Teacher wrote about it and told you about it a long time ago. Guys, it's so important for you to educate your friends and family. Remember, when you're conscious, you're a watchman on the wall. As long as you advise them, as long as you told them, we know it's off your hand. Because we know my people perish from the lack of knowledge. Not because it's not there, because they reject it. And you can clearly see these machines moving on in. But before the NWO brings it globally, because we know right now they're still in a testing phase, we know we're going to get that big distraction. We know about the cyber attacks. We know the drums are beating. In order for the fourth industrial revolution to rise, the dollar in America to Babylon must fall. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
We just heard this afternoon that Binance is reportedly laying off 50 employees after SEC charges. Tether reportedly losing its dollar peg again today, and news about another potential crypto ETF from a big name. Mackenzie has all of those details. She joins us from Oslo today. Mac, how's it going? What can you tell us?
Hey, Kelly. I'm here at the Oslo Freedom Forum, an event that gathers hardcore Bitcoin developers and cryptographers together with hundreds of dissidents from more than 100 countries. We're talking activists from Palestine, Venezuela, Afghanistan, Eritrea, and Uyghurs from China who are actively using decentralized technologies like Bitcoin, stablecoins, and the Lightning Network as alternative payment rails. Now, this emphasis on decentralized tools also encompasses privacy-focused messaging platforms, which is crucial for those living under authoritarian regimes. These are the use cases that industry enthusiasts believe give Bitcoin its staying power. Indeed, Blackrock, the world's biggest asset manager, is reportedly close to filing an application for a Bitcoin ETF and would use Coinbase custody for that. But it's difficult to ignore the fact that we're still in the thick of a bear market. You already mentioned the fact, Kelly, that Reuters reporting that Binance US is laying off around 50 people following that SEC lawsuit last week, came at the same time as that Coinbase lawsuit. And the world's most popular U.S. dollar peg stablecoin, Tether, has lost its peg amid a broader crypto market sell-off. Ether is down 11% in the last week. Bitcoin down more than 5% to around $25,000, Kelly.
If you live in L.A., you might see some mini minion-looking robots that are roaming the streets. They're actually delivering food for more than 300 restaurants for Uber Eats, courtesy of Serve Robotics. The company just announced a new deal to put 2,000 robots on the Uber Eats platform in cities across the United States as soon as the end of this year. And joining us right now to talk about it is Ali Kashani. He is the co-founder and CEO of Serve Robotics. We've got one of the little robots here with us. But Ali, thank you for coming in and talking about this.
Thanks for having me.
I can't believe this is really happening in LA right now. How does it work? How many people are being served, and how far can these robots go right now?
Average delivery in LA is just about 1.5 miles. So these robots can do a couple-mile deliveries pretty comfortably. We've served 300 restaurants for thousands of households already. We've been out in LA for a year and a half with Uber alone, and growing really quickly.
They can only go 7 miles an hour, though, right?
That's right.
So if you're more than a mile away, you got to get more than an hour. My guess would be most of them are within a few blocks or half a mile at the most.
Yeah, again, between half a mile to 1.5, that's usually the range. Average delivery we do is about a mile.
But if it's a mile, it's going to take a while.
It takes about 20 minutes.
Okay, 20 minutes to get there to get through the thing. Okay, how does it work? How does it know not to run people over, not to get run over by things? How does it know how to navigate its way through?
There's a lot of AI in here. So we have dozens of different AI models. It's actually with large language models, it's the same thing underneath, which is deep neural networks that lets these robots understand the world, where to navigate, who to avoid. It can actually tell if a driver is inattentive and is about to collide with a robot. It stays out of the way. So they're really, really smart. There's
Does it go on the street or the sidewalk?
It's on the sidewalk, but it crosses the street.
And it won't run anyone over, and it's locked.
That's right, yeah.
Is it mostly In-N-Out burgers out there at this point? That's Zoe. Are there different names?
Yeah, each one of them has a personal name, yeah.
No way.
Absolutely.
May I answer? Both, yeah.
Oh, you started to say that there's NVIDIA chips. That's one of your biggest investors, too. You've been working with them for 5 years.
Yeah, we've been working pretty much the beginning of the project. They've been a wonderful partner to us.
Is it heated? Can it keep it warm, or is it like a thermos?
So
it's like a thermos.
In a good temperature.
Cold things cold and warm.
That's right.
Andrew, I think he has a question too. Andrew?
Yeah. What's the cost to you of production of each of these devices?
At scale, this would cost thousands of dollars. So they're not that expensive to build.
But at not scale, which is where they are now,
it's still cheaper than a car, which is what we use today.
And
it's both cheaper than a car and a person driving the car.
That's right. Yeah, it really brings efficiency to the process.
Okay, so what we're seeing,
I guess, Ali, where I'm going with this is this a $50,000 device today?
Oh no. No, it's not a $50,000 device. No, it's cheaper than that.
What we're seeing in studio
but what kind of
is somebody just unlocked it and opened it. And that's how you keep people from being able to...
It's secured, yeah. So you use your Uber Eats app and press a button when the robot is in front of you. It opens the lid only for the person who ordered the food.
Which stores, again, are using this right now?
There's like 300 different restaurants.
7-Eleven is one of them.
7-Eleven is one of our other partners besides Uber. Yeah, we're working with them.
When do they deliver those old hot dogs? They're already 6 months old.
Slurpees and...
I know that you partner with Uber. You used to be a part of Uber. You were bought with Postmates and brought in, but you spun off. Why separate from Uber? You said this was a plan that was already in the works before Uber got involved.
You know, it's a logistic company. We need to work with everybody for this to have the best, economics. It's all about scale. So it made sense for us to be independent, so we actually can work with others. Delivery Hero, which is another delivery platform that's not active in the US, they're in Europe and Asia. They're one of our other investors, too, so we plan to be working with them.
Nobody's ever stolen one of these things or tried to break into them?
I mean, people mess around, but these robots are actually more reliable in getting things to the destination than human couriers are today.
So who else you got in LA? You got Tommy Burger? Apple Pan?
There's a long list of folks. Usually a lot of mom and pop shops, the ones you may not have even heard of, that we work with, yeah.
Tacos?
Several U.S. federal government agencies have been hit in a major cyber attack. What do we know about it?
Yeah, so it's a software that federal agencies and companies across the world use. We put out an advisory about this last week, and
or not in Russia, but
we're tracking it as a criminal group. Many of these criminal groups are located in places like Eastern Europe.
Right, and could it be Russian? Could there be Russian or state action behind it?
It's unknown at this time right now.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing, they were still getting that free money. What are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.